mean, I do have quite big hands, but overall it's actually quite a small size. But hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm here with a review of the Appeal Small Face Shading Kit, and these are the Doraemon special edition ones, but I do know that they recently came out with the original packaging now, which is just a black sleek packaging. But today I'll be reviewing these ones that I have. So the small face shading kits are a cream palette. They are supposed to provide, definition and shape to your face, and providing that three-dimensional appearance for your face. Inside the palette, it contains 3 different cream products. It contains a highlighter, a concealer, and a contouring shade. So as for the formula and as what it claims to do, it's supposed to be moisturizing, brightening on the complexion, and although it's a cream type or a cream formula, some people think that it wouldn't last long, but it claims to be long lasting and sebum controlling. So thinking how it has all that kind of aspects to it, it's supposed to be great and workable for all skin types, because as you can tell, it's supposed to control the sebum, so the oil on your skin, and at the same time it's supposed to be moisturizing, so it should be working for everyone. So as for the shades of the palettes, there are 2 available, number 1 in Modern Shape and number 2 Edge Shape. And the difference, honestly, there really isn't much of a difference online. If you are buying from an online website, it's really hard to tell the difference with swatches, and the time I bought this there wasn't really much of a review, so it was hard to tell. So I just went along and got both. So in case you didn't want to buy 2 and you just wanted to get one, number 1 Modern Shape is more in the yellow undertones, and the contouring shade is more on the warmer side. And then as for shade number 2, which is Edge Shape, it's more in the pink undertones, and it's with a more cooler shading or contouring shade. Choosing between the 2, it's kind of hard because I do use different products from each palette. So for example, in shade number 2, I like to use the concealer a lot more, and I've hit pan, and I like to use a highlighter every now and then. As for the contouring shade, it's a little bit too dark for me. The cool undertone just kind of makes it look muddy against my complexion. So instead, I like to use the contouring shade from the number 1 palette, which is more warm toned. And yeah, I mean, I just alternate between the 2. So as for the application of the small face shading kits, you can really, I guess it depends on your preference. I mean, you can use a sponge, you can use a brush, or you can use your fingertips, just for easy going. For me, I like to use this Real Techniques setting brush. It's actually for setting your concealer in the under eyes, but the size of it is just a decent size to kind of conceal the dark circles. And if I have to use just one brush, I can contour with this as well and highlight, so I can really do everything with this one brush. So in terms of how I use each shade, I usually start off with the concealer first. So I would apply the concealer on my dark circles, around my nose, sometimes around the corners of my mouth, and then just blemishes around my face, like my chin. I do have a lot of acne scars there, and just random breakouts here and there. And then next I would go onto the contouring shade. So I usually apply it in the hollows of my cheek to create that definition of a more slimmed, kind of chiseled cheekbone. On my jawline, I like to contour my nose a lot, you guys know that. And then just a little bit on my forehead, and just blend it out with the same brush or whatever brush I'm using that day. As for the highlighter, if I'm just using one brush, I would just use my fingers because I don't want to mix the contouring with the highlighting. So I would use my fingers and just apply it onto the highest points of my cheeks, just pretty much here. And I would just blend it out with my fingertips, and that's basically it. Really simple and easy. I honestly don't think anyone could go wrong with this kind of product. As time goes by, the more you practice, contouring and highlighting will become very easy for you. But if you're kind of hesitant to try, I would recommend trying a cream product like this. And if you wanted to add more definition and contour to your face, because you might think that the pigmentation is not enough for you from these cream palettes, you can definitely set your face and then set it with more contouring powder and powder highlighter and all that. So yeah, I mean, it all depends on your preference and coverage. For me, I like to use this when I'm trying to go for a more natural, no makeup look. So if I have to do a quick errand and I don't want to wear makeup because I mean, I'm only going to be out for like less than an hour, I would just apply this, like mainly the concealer and a little bit of the highlight. Contouring, that depends on how much time I have, but pretty much just a concealer with this and I'm good to go. And I just do my eyebrows and add a lip color. That's it. It's really easy. So what I like the most about this palette is that it's travel size friendly. So if you look at the size of the mirror, it's actually quite large and it's just perfect for doing your makeup somewhere or like on the go. As for the coverage, it's only medium, but you can kind of build it up, but you will never get a full coverage, if that makes sense. And of course, the shades actually match me pretty well, which I'm actually glad and thankful for, because there's not a lot of Korean beauty face products that tend to match my shade. So since these palettes both work well on me, I'm actually really pleased about that. So the product is very moisturizing, I can give you that. It does provide a very dewy and a hydrating, fresh kind of complexion. I also do enjoy that. It's very easy to use, and the only thing I'm kind of like a little iffy about is the size. It could be a good or bad thing in terms of it being travel friendly. Like I've emphasized, it's great, but I hit pan so quickly that it kind of bums me out knowing that it's going to be like finished soon. But that's okay, I can just like repurchase another one. Just one tip that I could give you guys is that when you're using this, if you're someone who has more oily or combination skin and you are kind of hesitant to just wear it by itself, although it claims to be like sebum controlling, just use a really good primer that you love to use that helps kind of control your oil throughout the day, and apply the product and then set it with one of your favorite setting powders and you should be good to go. Honestly, in terms of its longevity, I could say that it lasts quite well. Then again, instead of just using this product on its own, I actually like to use foundation as well. So I'd add a thin layer of foundation just to kind of even out the complexion, and then I just use the concealer and then the contouring and the highlighting, and yeah, I mean, that just provides a more fuller coverage and it kind of just makes it last a lot more longer than the 5 hours. So I guess it depends on your style of applying makeup and all, but it tends to last quite a while. So yeah, I mean, overall this product is actually pretty good and I will definitely recommend you guys to check it out if you're into contouring and highlighting, or you're like kind of like newish to it. Definitely check it out, and that's pretty much it for this review today. It's pretty quick and simple, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to comment down below and I'll get back to you guys, and then yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Bye!